the neutralization ring is to neutralize positive ions. And how it does that is you take something and you put it on the ring, and it exudes a field up and down and pulls the negative ions through it, or pulls the positive ions through it and neutralizes all of the positive ions in it. I'm not going to say it removes the ions, it simply neutralizes them.
Neutralizing.
So
that's even better.
Yeah. So what things are positive ions? The body chemicals that are produced by pain have a positive ionic charge on them. So it will help reduce pain in that way. You simply put it over, if you have a headache, you put it on your head, wherever it is, and in a matter of a few minutes, it will start to neutralize all of the positive ions in that area, and it will lower the pain thresholds. Toxins and chemicals and that kind of stuff that may be in our water or our food are positive ions, and so this will neutralize them and make them inert so that when we eat them, we don't fill ourselves with the positive ions. So I use this on food and water, on anything I eat or drink. I have it set in the kitchen, and everything I eat or drink just goes on this for a few seconds and on the sun ring for a few seconds.
Only seconds or for minutes?
I know, a few seconds. Like if I was doing a full glass of water, 5 seconds is plenty. If it was a whole liter of water, I might leave it 10 seconds. But with experience, you'll feel when it's done. You'll just know when it's finished. You'll be able to feel the difference in the water, and then that's all it needs. Okay.
And then can you put, you know, other materials over the neutralizing, like plastic bottles, water, or it's better if using, you know, glass and something natural?
You can, but the plastic is leaching positive ions into the water all the time. So you may neutralize it, but then if you leave it sit for 20 minutes, the plastic has leached more of it into it. So it's better to pour it out of the plastic into glass, put it on here, and then have it to drink.
I see.
Because it won't change the nature of the plastic, and the plastic will continue to bleed positive ions into the water even after you've cleaned it. So it will recontaminate it in that sense.
Yes.
The other use for these rings, aside from neutralizing positive ions, is neutralizing energies that are damaging to the body. So whether those be what some people might call entities, or what some people might call, in religious terms, maybe demons, or in more esoteric terms, dark forces, any of that kind of stuff can be removed for the most part with these. I mean, there are obviously some that will need more work, but these work. And you simply identify on the body or in the biofield where you think that negative energy is held, and you put the neutralization ring on it, and you simply twist it counterclockwise, as if you were screwing it a screw out. And
you're taking the energy out. Yes, yeah.
You're simply screwing it out and then flick it away. So it neutralizes, pulls it through, and you can remove those kinds of negative energy attachments that are either in the biofield or on the body. And if it feels like it's there, you simply screw it counterclockwise and then flick them away. And you can remove a lot of negative energy attachments from the body using this. If you're dealing with a bigger, stronger...
How do you put it on?
Pardon?
I apologize. I'm sorry to interrupt you. You're putting underneath and one above you?
That's another thing that you can do with it. If you want to clean your whole aura field, then you can do several things. I would usually use the bigger size one, and I would put it on the floor. And then my preference is to use this. You can use both, but both, if you feel like there's a lot of things that need to be cleaned, you can do the second one with a neutralization ring. If a person's already fairly clean but just needs some tuning up and charging, then I would use the sun ring for the second one. And you have them stand barefoot. See if I can pull this back here where you can see better.
Yeah, that's right.
Stand barefoot on the neutralization ring and hold the sun ring above their head. And it will start to run. What it's doing is the negative at the bottom is being pulled out, and the sun ring is charging at the top and bringing in clear charged energy. And so you can just hold that for a few seconds for people, and most people will start to move with the energy and feel the energy flowing through them. And so you can do that for people. And if you have them, for instance, if they're laying on a massage table, you can just put them one, you know, at the foot and at the head. They don't have to be standing up. They can do it. You can do it laying down as well. And you can use 2 of these, or you can use 1 of the neutralization and 1 of the sun. Or you can use the neutralization ring on the bottom and put a divinity ring on the big divinity ring on the top. Once they're clear, then you can put, if you really want to help clarify and clean and charge their spiritual abilities, their spiritual nature, then you, once they've been cleaned this way with this and maybe a divinity ring or maybe both, then you can put 2 divinity rings and let that run through them for a while. Generally,
I have
a minute or 2 is maximum of what you would want to do with that, because you can really overcharge them. And it's better to do a little bit at a time than too much at once.
But over time, the time frame can be stretched. I probably know, because
yes,
I
over
realize
time, yes. With more and more use of it, the body becomes more accustomed to those energies, and then you can stretch the time out. But in my experience, even people who have, like, I have used them for a long time, and I usually find I can get probably maximum benefit within 2 minutes.
2 minutes.
As my body recognizes that energy and goes, oh yes, I'm supposed to do that, and it just clicks into place and pulls that energy through. It doesn't take a long time. It's not like meditation.
Yes, I realize that. Yeah, I'm using, because I have 2 pair of the small ones. I have in gold and brass. And what I was usually do, but for myself, I started to do more minutes.
With the small ones, you do need more minutes. With the big ones, you'll find you don't need much. The big ones are much stronger. They will create the field and flow the field through much more quickly.
I see. How can I misuse the tools? Can I misuse them in somehow?
If you are using these ones, do not put homeopathics on it. It will kill your homeopathics. It will deprogram your homeopathics. The neutralizer will deprogram homeopathic, so don't use them with it.
All right, okay.
Normally for regular supplements, I tell people, put them on the neutralization ring, either this one or this one, just put the whole bottle on it and let it sit for a while, a minute and a half maximum, to clean them, and then put them in the sun ring to recharge them and get the most benefit from them. The process is you clean with this and you recharge with this.
Recharge with that, And after you take it orally?
Yes, and then you take it. Yeah, for anything you take orally, any medicines, even doctor's medicines, I clean and recharge before I use them.
I see. Okay.
If you have programmed stones, like stones that have been charged with something, these will uncharge them. If you have just a regular stone, then you can clean it on these and recharge it with these, and it's very helpful to strengthen it. But if you have a programmed stone, then you can't put it on the neutralization ring. You can put it on the sun ring, but you can't put it on the neutralization ring.
Okay.
So anything that's programmed, like the homeopathics or like a programmed stone of some sort, do not use on the neutralization ring.
And what I was thinking, for example, with the sun ring, can you put the small one in the large one to accelerate the? Just
no,
an idea.
It won't make it any stronger.
And what about the ankhs?
Ankhs create a flow of energy that brings in. It creates a Schumann wave, and it brings in the flow of pure qi. So you can use them for a number of things. Sometimes when we have rooms in a house that are sort of susceptible to negative energies, like maybe there's a ghost in the area that hasn't been cleared properly, or maybe it's an area where there just seem to be a lot of spiritual attacks and emotional attacks, then what I will do is test which wall to put it on, and I'll hang one on one wall and one on the opposite wall, and it creates a flow through the whole room and helps to clear it. And you just leave them on the wall permanently. For pain, you simply hold one on either side. So you, for instance, if your back is sore, you put one down and lay on top of it, and wherever it is, you put the other one on the top and just let them lay there. And it'll create the field through there and restore the proper energy flows through there. I've used it many times. My husband's a runner. He likes to run. And sometimes, you know, he'll twist an ankle a little bit, or he'll, you know, his leg will get sore, or, and we'll just take the ankh and hold it one on each side of it for 5, 10, 15 minutes. And it just normalizes and goes back to the way it should have been, and pain will disappear and he'll be fine.
And with the divinity ring, can I put underneath and above the person as well? Or can I put anywhere on the body?
Anywhere you like. I mean, I kind of start using them from the outside to the inside. That's kind of my approach. So I would do the, you know, head and feet first and get the basic flow established through that. And then if they need work around their head and their thinking and their spiritual development, I might put it on the head this way. If it's more around heart issues, I might put one in the front and one in the back. If it's more around the ability to express themselves, then I might put one on each side of the throat. So kind of, I go from the biggest ones to the smaller ones and work my way, kind of address different areas as we go.
Okay, okay. And you following your intuition, or how do you feel the energy? Because I have a physical problem as well. My left hip joint wear out, and I have pretty much high intensive, you know, pain. In that they want to, you know, they want to put me under the seizure, but I don't want it. Do you think can it heal that problem as well?
It depends on what the problem is. Is it from a dislocation, or is it wearing down of the bone, so it's bone on bone?
They're saying that it's wearing down, but I don't think so. I had an injury. I felt on that left side of my body, and there was an injury. But they said they can see some bearings as well. But I'm not. You know, I mean, I'm young. I'm in a good physical shape. I never had problem with my joints before, and this injury brought this out.
How long ago was the injury?
I find I'm sorry?
How long ago was the injury?
Over a year. God bless you. Bless you. Over a year. And I feel I cannot agree with the problem what I got.
I would start with using the neutralization ring under the hip. You have the big neutralization ring, or just the little one?
But I have a large one. I just received it.
You have a large one. Okay. So I would put that under your hip at night when you sleep, and just let it pull all the things out that it can, maybe for a few nights, or maybe once a week, or twice a week. And that will help lower the pain levels. And then I would use the ankhs on either side of it. You could simply tape them onto your clothes and leave them there for several hours if you wanted to, and have the ankhs in there and see if that helps significantly.
Okay.
The other thing is, once you've done the neutralization ring underneath for a while and sort of lowered the pain levels with that, then I would take the sun ring and put the neutralization ring underneath, lay on it, and put this over top to recharge into the area, so that you're creating a flow of cleaning and recharging through there. And then when it feels a little bit weak, you can even just put the sun ring over top of it and recharge it that way. And I would say if it's not actually a problem of the collagen having been worn off and you have bone-on-bone issues, then the combination of that plus using the ankhs on either side of it should, over time, make it feel a lot better.
A lot better, okay. But it can be healed.
Well, it certainly could be, but I don't know whether just these tools would heal it. I would approach that by using matrix energetics, which is a energy healing discipline that I use. Move the energy around and go in and figure out what's going on and change it. That's how I would approach it, and then use the tools as a follow-up to strengthen and improve and keep it shifting and healing. Although I would certainly say try the tools and see how far the tools can take you. If they don't get everything that you want, then we may have to do a matrix session for it to kind of reestablish the right pattern. If the body's lost the pattern that it needs, these tools will not recreate that pattern. If the pattern is there and it's just sluggish and not working and kind of overloaded, then the tools will probably restore it. But if the body has lost the pattern, then we have to do something else to create the pattern that it needs in order to heal it with.
Okay. And can you help me with that kind of thing, the pattern thing?
Yeah, and we do it over Zoom just like this. Or we can even do it by distance. It doesn't matter. I just use your picture, and then I can do the matrix session, and the energy will show up for you and do the work. We can do it either way. It doesn't matter.
Wow. You are pretty something, Linda. And what are you working, Linda, as a practitioner? What do you do with clients, or how can you help people with what do you do with this energy healing thing?
I have clients from many different aspects. Clients come to me for allergies because some of our procedures are very good at removing allergies. Clients come to me with complex, difficult diseases. People have been diagnosed by a doctor with diabetes or heart disease or cancer, and we can do a lot of things to help the body heal itself. I have people who come to me for emotional issues, traumas, abuse, that sort of stuff, as well as fears, a lot of fears and phobias. And then I have people who come to me because they're athletes and they want to improve their ability. They want to get better. They want to remove their mental blocks. They want to heal from injuries. They want to strengthen their system. I work with a number of company leaders like CEOs and high administrative people to work on developing their business and developing and the ability to improve their business and open new areas of business for them and to increase their profits. And so, we can work on, here's where you are, let's take that to the next level, whether they're starting at the bottom being very sick and very, sort of stuck, or whether they're starting at a very high functioning level already and want to take the next step up. So it doesn't really matter to me. Stress is stress. It comes down to the same process in the body, one way or the other. And what we do is provide the person the tools and frequencies that they need in order to heal themselves and help themselves. I don't call myself a healer. I don't heal anyone, but I'm able to help them open up and do what they need to do to heal themselves and to take the next step and to break the barriers and the things that hold them back and to move them into a new area of ability that they had felt blocked from before.
I see. So you're showing the way as they can heal themselves.
Yeah.
Very much. Yeah. Okay. So I'll see how far can I go with the tools. All right. And Lynn,